This is the AI News Flash for April 30th, 7 a.m. UTC. First up, French electrical infrastructure giant Schneider Electric beat first quarter revenue forecasts, riding a wave of AI data center demand. Reuters reported the earnings beat earlier today, citing strong order growth in the data center segment that pulled group revenue above consensus and reaffirmed the full-year guidance trajectory. The print confirms that the AI infrastructure boom is no longer confined to chips and GPUs, but is flowing through to power distribution, cooling, and switchgear suppliers in a broad and durable way. With the 4 U.S. hyperscalers committing to roughly $725 billion of combined AI capex for 2026, electrical infrastructure leaders like Schneider Electric, Eaton, and ABB are increasingly viewed as one of the few layers in the AI stack with predictable multi-quarter revenue visibility, drawing growing institutional investor attention amid free cash flow concerns elsewhere. Next, Japanese electronics components leader Murata Manufacturing reported first quarter profit that topped analyst estimates, with rising AI data center demand cited as the key driver, according to Bloomberg. AI servers use significantly more multi-layer ceramic capacitors per unit than traditional general-purpose servers, putting high-share suppliers like Murata at the center of a structural demand uplift tied to AI infrastructure build-out. Combined with Schneider Electric's earnings beat the same morning, the data confirms that the AI demand wave is propagating reliably across the supply chain from power infrastructure through to passive electronic components. Together with last week's announcement of $725 billion in 2026 hyperscaler AI capex, surging memory prices, and accelerated HBM4 ramps, the picture emerging from this earnings season is that real AI infrastructure demand has moved beyond bubble fears into a multi-quarter supply chain expansion that is now being confirmed in hard numbers. Third, the Los Angeles Times published a long-form feature directly confronting the trillion-dollar question of whether the U.S. tech industry's massive AI spending is actually generating returns. With Microsoft at $190 billion, Alphabet at $190 billion, Meta at $145 billion, and Amazon at a similar level. The 4 hyperscalers are now spending a combined $725 billion per year on AI infrastructure, while evidence of real productivity gains and revenue contribution remains limited, and 95% of enterprise deployments reportedly fail to show measurable impact. The piece lands amid a chorus of skeptical voices, from OpenAI's reported revenue shortfall to Goldman Sachs warning of long-term growth expectation resets, to the CEO of Norway's sovereign wealth fund flagging up to 35% value impairment risk in current AI bets. At the same time, accelerating AI agent rollouts, infrastructure supplier demand confirmation, and steady enterprise AI market expansion provide structural growth counterarguments, making the AI return on investment debate the dominant market narrative of 2026 as it now spreads to mainstream media coverage. Fourth, researchers at Zhejiang University in China published a study in National Science Open, arguing that the large language model Centaur, previously claimed to simulate human cognition, does not actually understand the questions it answers, and instead memorizes patterns from training data. The team replaced the original task instructions with the trivial command, "Please choose option A." If the model truly understood the prompts, it should have selected A consistently. Instead, Centaur kept choosing the original dataset's correct answers, indicating pattern matching rather than comprehension. The researchers liken this behavior to a student who scores well by memorizing test formats without grasping the material, and conclude that current AI systems still face fundamental limits in genuine language understanding and question intent recognition. The result casts new doubt on a model that was widely promoted as covering 160 cognitive tasks, and adds a fresh scientific data point to ongoing debates over AGI claims and the production reliability of agentic AI systems. That's all for this AI News Flash.